Hello,
Hello.
everybody. My name is Markiplier, and this episode is sponsored by Manscaped.
Do you want to pull in the hottest chicks ever? Well, you're gonna need a nice hunkin' smell with our new collaboration with Garfield, the lousy lasagna.
Lousy.
Now, you might be wondering, why the hell would someone in their mind make a lousy lasagna smell?
Yeah.
Here's the answer. We just want the best for our customers.
Manscaped. Garfield. Lousy lasagna. Makes you smell like lasagna. It makes
you smell.
This smell. This product, this thing not only cuts your ball hairs, right? But it makes your balls smell like lasagna. It makes you feel like Garfield. Now this is a product you cannot deny, okay? So go on to manscaped.com right now. Type in code NASGARF, or else I'm gonna come to your fucking house and I'm gonna gut you like the fat, devoted pig you are. Manscaped/Garf. Use code NASGARF. Use no code NASGARF at checkout. Buy your lousy lasagna. Manscaped. Your balls are awesome.
Hell yeah,
and
we care for them.
Help them. That's our motto.
Like they say, we handle our meats.
Sponsor over.
Welcome, Garfield.
Welcome. It's nice to be here, Garfield.
It sure is, isn't it?
It sure is. Alright. So, Garfield, who do you want to play as in this statement of John Arbuckle?
I thought we would take turns, like paragraph to paragraph.
Or sentence to sentence.
Could go either way. We're both Garfield, after all.
We are both Garfield. Okay, you want to start first?
Yeah, I'll read the summary.
Okay. Go ahead, Garfield.
Statement of John Arbuckle, head activist of the Magnus Institute, London, about his pet cat's particular diet. Statement taken directly from the subject on June 9th, 2016. Statement begins. Garfield's always been a picky eater. At first, I chalked it up to him being a kitten and not being used to food that wasn't his mother's milk. Then things changed. Recording begins. Go, Garfield.
Thank you, Garfield. He started eating the kitten kibble I bought him, but he was never really full. He always pawed at the bag and meowed for more. I just thought he was a glutton, or that he liked the food a bit much. I never really thought it'd devolve into what it did. If I'm honest...
Oh, sorry. Would you like to continue?
I'll continue until the trouble didn't really start until I got Odie, my dog, part. If I'm honest, the people I got him from told me to be careful of what he eats. I didn't think much of it in the moment. Garfield was just an adorable little orange tabby kitten. Come to think of it, those people seemed a bit off. I don't remember their faces. Goodness, how could I? I got Garfield from them a decade or close to it ago, but I do remember noticing that the man, the taller one that is, arms were too long and thick to be normal. I just thought he was lanky and a bodybuilder. When he was about fully grown, he started hunting for mice or insects, anything he could reasonably catch or stick into his mouth. He didn't bring me dead rodents or leaves or anything of the sort cats are expected to do. I had to increase the amount of food I gave him. 2 meals of 1 scoop, about a quarter cup of food, turned into 3 meals of 1 scoop. and then turned into 3 meals of 1.5 scoops and 3 meals of 2 scoops. Trouble didn't really start until I got Odie, my dog. Go ahead, Garfield.
Thank you, Garfield. See, Garfield had I wouldn't call it an encounter per se. Garfield had an incident with a dog when he was a kitten. He'd gotten out of this house, squeezed between my leg and the door when I came home. I thought I'd never see him again, but... Oh, sorry. He wasn't an adventurous cat by nature, but, well, you know the saying. He'd have bursts of energy where he wanted to explore everything and anything. I'd replace multiple toilet rolls and socks because of them. I digress. Garfield had gotten out, and a dog had cornered him in an alley a few houses down. It was never quite the same after that. So when I got Odie, I didn't expect him to be warm or cuddly with the puppy. And he wasn't, for the most part. He had moments where he'd chase Odie and harass him, but he was never outright aggressive. Until I had left my dinner on the counter unsupervised. It was meat lasagna. Homemade. I'm not Italian, but my grandmother had Italian friends. She was fond of their food. When she died, she left me her cookbook, full of recipes she'd made or come across over her adult life. And I'll admit, a lot of the stuff in there is on the more eccentric side. Anyways, Garfield had hopped into the counter and started eating lasagna. He never really stopped being hungry. Like I said earlier, only momentarily not as hungry. Imagine my surprise finding my cat chowing down on my dinner. I was terrified for him. Lasagna wasn't exactly cat safe. Or human safe, really. So I took him to the vet. Continue, Garfield.
Thank you, Garfield. The vet was empty, save a cowering dog, medium-sized, in the lobby with its owner. The lobby was cold. It was air-conditioned. I was shivering with the pet carrier in my lap. Garfield blissfully silent. He never liked the vet. We were called into the examination room by the vet, a tall man with no hair and eyes hidden behind thick glasses. I explained to him what had happened. He did a basic checkup for Garfield before ultimately ruling that he was fine, but would probably have digestion trouble for the rest of the week. The vet visit had calmed me slightly, but not completely. Garfield is a pretty stationary cat, but over the next few weeks he was like a rabid animal. He was running all over, digging through things, tearing things apart. It wasn't until I made another recipe from my grandmother's cookbook that I realized what was going on. Garfield had somehow gotten a taste for Grandma's food. Back to Odie. Garfield was never kind to Odie, not until after the lasagna incident. After he ate that piece of lasagna, he and Odie were practically inseparable. Sure, he still messed around with Odie, but he was never malicious. He always seemed more like a playful child who didn't know how to pull his punches. I worried for Odie because between the incident and when I realized what was going on, plenty of the recipes called for the meat of a canine, whether wild or domestic, but Garfield never tried to attack or eat Odie. In fact, I'd say he'd become overprotective of the pup. I've lost many prospective partners because of the Garfield and Odie. Garfield, because he's too human-like. They always said he was watching them, perceiving them in ways they thought they shouldn't be perceived. I can't say I blame them, but then again, cats have always been smarter than dogs to me. They say Odie was too dumb, or too loud, or too annoying. I never liked them insulting him. Odie was still a puppy when entertaining thoughts of romance. Of course, he was going to be a little off-kilter. You can read now, Garfield.
Thank you, Garfield.
The point in your hands! Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No, this was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to all those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I'll make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Luigi, if you still remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. We're not going to receive a gift, nor have you been called by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. We've all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, a labyrinth of no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize you're trapped. You're losing. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles. Yes, the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seem so near, but somehow out of reach. But you'll never find your reach. None of you. This is where your story ends.
Nowadays, Garfield has calmed down about his liking of Grandma's recipes. I gave him some lasagna once or twice a month if he's good. Odie's grown into a proper dog. Some days, he's just like he was as a puppy. Some days, see Garfield, too knowing. He's just Odie. Statement ends. Supplemental. Can't say I'm surprised by any of this. I don't think I've ever talked so much about Garfield in this way before. I had one of the assistants, Jonathan Sims, look into people I'd originally gotten Garfield from. Came back empty-handed. Except a few newspaper clippings about a shady business duo who are suspected of running a kitten mill and a dog fighting ring. There's not much else to this case there. Garfield is an overweight tabby cat who likes lounging in the sun, and Odie is a boisterous golden retriever. Not much else I can say on the matter. Recording ends.
Well done, Garfield.
So Garfield. Thank you, Garfield. Well done as you did very well too, Garfield.
Thank you, Garfield.
What did you think of the story, Garfield?
I liked the story. What about you, Garfield?
I enjoy it. I'll give it a kudos.
Yeah, kudos. Kudos to this fairly tame story.
Yeah.
Considering the things I've read on this website.
There's a one chapter, 19 word story, and I was wondering, how do you feel about the musical Hamilton? Like to read the tags with me, Garfield?
Sure, Garfield.
Are we reading this out loud, Garfield?
I don't really want to, Garfield.
I'll be Lynn. You can be John.
Okay.
I don't want this to happen.
Oh, what?
I want this to happen.
Too bad. This is a wrap. That's it?
And now we present to you NASCAR Crew sings Maroon 5 Memories. Here's to the ones that we got. Here's to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drums bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember. When did I know the pain? Whatever we did forever. And everything stayed the same. Now my heart feels like this hamburger when somebody says your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody hurts someday. But everything will be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Here's to the wish you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you. There's a time
There's a
that I
time that I
remember
remember
when I
when I
never felt
never
so
felt so
lost.
lost.
When I felt
When I
all
felt
the
all the
hatred
hatred
was too
was too
powerful to
powerful to
stop.
stop.
Now my
Now
heart
my
feels
heart
like an
feels like
ember,
an ember,
and it's
and it's
lighting up
lighting
the
up the
dark.
dark.
I'll carry these
Carry
torches
these
for
torches
you,
for ya,
that you'll know
that
I'll
you know I'll
never
never drop.
drop you.
Yeah.
Everybody
Everybody
hurts
hurts
sometimes,
sometimes,
everybody hurts
everybody hurts
someday.
someday.
But everything gonna
Everything
be
will be
alright. Go
alright.
and raise a
Go
glass
to
and
class and
say,
say,
here's to the ones that we
what
got.
we got.
Cheers to the
Cheers to
wish
the
you're
wish
here,
you're
but you're
here,
not.
but you're
'Cause the
not.
drinks
'Cause
bring
we
back
bring
all the
back all the
memories
memories
of
of
everything we've
everything
been
we've been
through.
through.
Toast to the
Toast to
ones
the
for
ones for
today.
today.
Toast to the
Toast to
ones
the
that we
ones that we
lost on the
lost
way.
on the
'Cause the
way.
drinks
'Cause
bring
we
back
bring
all the
back all
memories.
the memories.
And the
And
memories
the
bring back
bring back
memories. Bring
memories.
back
Bring back
you. Do,
you.
do,
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 do, do,
do,
do,
do, do, do, do, do,
do,
do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do.
do, do.
Memories bring
Memories
back
bring back
memories. Bring
memories.
back
Bring back you.
you. Do, do,
Do,
do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do.
do,
Do, do, do,
do,
do, do,
do,
do.
do, do.
Memories bring
Memories
back
bring back
memories. Bring
memories.
back
Bring back
you.
Garf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Memories bring
Memories
back
bring back
memories. Bring
memories.
back
Bring back
you.
you.
Thanks for listening to NASCAR Crew sings
Yeah.
Maroon 5 Memories. Now do me a favor and hang yourself.